So is the intro gonna happen, or am I just gonna be playing Minecraft?
I didn't realize you were ready. Sorry,
I
was
said
waiting
we're
for
good.
okay.
He said multiple times I'm playing Minecraft.
Okay, I was waiting for okay, I'm good or something.
I said okay, I'm good.
He did say okay.
I don't think you did. Hello, everyone. And welcome to this. God it all. I have gathered the two of you here today for a challenge of sorts.
That's what I was worried about.
The challenge. You two are the two most internet literate of my friends.
You can say degenerate, it's okay.
I mean, so I decided that we are going to be partaking of a challenge of internet deep dive literacy. More specifically, I have put together 10 categories. And over the next week, we are each going to find an entry for each of these categories. And then a week from now, we will get together and share. And we will have a little vote for each category to see who did the best and crown a winner, king or queen of DGen Internet Debauchery Champion working title to be expanded on later in part 2 of this video a week from now.
Okay.
Man, this is gonna be a really long time.
Yeah, I hope all of that was on screen as I was saying it.
Oh god, I'm gonna be watching that part a lot.
I want every word in a different font if you could.
Cut to 1 week later.
To 1 week later. It's now 1 week later. Ah! Welcome everyone to the Internet Battle Royale. Oh,
We're in it now.
It's been a week. God. It's been exactly 1 week and not a second more.
Exactly. Yeah, one whole entire week. In fact, that's the same time that we did the call.
We're definitely not an hour and 6 days late.
This to us.
Bam. We got the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Yep.
Not
That's
quite
fair.
though, because it's the 15th anniversary collab. It's a multi-animator project. We have, I'm just gonna scroll down here. A list of all the animators and artists. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
We went for similar angles here.
A lot of people.
Good lord, yeah, that's a ton of people. Kirby just having a great time.
Yeah, I love the Kirby.
This one is also similar to the Ultimate Showdown. It's a bunch of animators that came together to make something. The difference being that this also has a fully original piece of music written for this, rather than it being a song. Although granted, the original Ultimate Showdown is kind of like this anyway. And that all of the lines are from Game Grumps episodes, a bunch of different ones. And it manages to tell a sort of cohesive story, and it's just the two of them having a good time to music, and it meshes super well for being made up of a bunch of different pieces.
This is called Manly Yoga. It's by Bean Flicker.
I'm so excited, it's yoga time, only men invited. Don't be late or we'll suck your...
Okay.
Exactly. That's why I said...
This was not the tone I was expecting from you.
That feels somewhat pointed.
It was somewhat pointed.
But we'll take a quick pause here. I do want to talk about the art that's around.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The art here, all the sheriff badges that have dicks on them. the wayward scrotums. Just a crab. It's just a crab here.
Just a crab. Just 3 crabs.
You've got crabs.
Yeah, and you got crabs and horses.
And
anyway,
are those horses and not cows? You're probably right. It's the horse mask, isn't it?
I love
yeah, that's definitely a horse mask.
All right.
Outset Island. Either of you heard it?
I don't think so. But I'm very good at not knowing titles or artists, so I'll have to hear the song.
Same, yeah. I'm edging on no, but like, yeah.
I don't want to hear what you're edging on.
Listen, Manly Yoga happened.
I know! I'm trying to move past it. Play your giraffe song.
There was once a girl known forever. Her name in every song, her smile in every summer.
The vocalist sounds familiar.
It's possible I've shown you stuff by this band before.
I would believe that.
Shown you this song and he's just sweating profusely. He's like, don't remember, don't remember, don't remember.
I hope he doesn't remember.
I would listen to this in my free time.
Yeah,
Nice.
damn, I have to decide between comedy song and genuine, like,
yeah,
banger. This is a short film by the lovely Danny Mata called My Roommate Trevor Eats People. He goes out and seduces women and brings them back for his roommate to eat, basically on threat of death.
Yeah, basically.
So it's the, like, I'm doing this thing that I hate with everything I have, but if I don't, I'm gonna get eaten.
Knowing the game would take several hours to download, I went to bed. When I woke up the next morning, I saw a pop-up window asking me to confirm the download.
True gamer fear. He's running.
Oh, every gamer's worst nightmare. Here we go. A tale. It was my last class of the semester, and the final exam was worth 30% of our grade. After a late night study session, I felt confident, but I had to decide between sleeping in or cooking breakfast. My eyelids chose sleep. My stomach later regretted that decision, and after several uncomfortable stomach growls, I finally decided to make a quick stop by the campus bookstore and grab a snack before my test. Totally fair, totally reasonable. Since the semester was ending and everyone was going home for the summer, a lot of items were on sale, including the snacks and candy that they kept up front. Being in the hungry state that I was in, it felt only logical to pick the largest yet least expensive candy in order to get more bang for my buck. And there they sat. 2 bags of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. Buy one, get one free. What a deal, I thought naively. I would eat 1 bag before my test, and 1 bag afterwards. As I walked to class, I gleefully chewed on those abominable little bastards, unaware of the utter mayhem that they would soon unleash upon my poor, poor anus. I sat down at my desk, as the professor informed us that, due to issues with cheating in the past, restroom breaks would be prohibited until the completion of the exam. I'll give you 10 minutes to use the restroom now. This will be your last chance. Any takers? The demon bears hadn't released their unholy necromancy upon my stomach yet. So in my moment of ignorant foolishness, I remained seated, still munching on those miniature, bear-shaped bombs. After the students wise enough to take the professor's offer had returned, the professor handed out the test. I was 6 questions in when it happened. It started subtly at first, almost like a slight tingly sensation in my lower abdomen. I thought nothing of it, assuming my intestines were just doing their thing. Little did I know that my intestines were trying desperately to warn me of the horror that was on the horizon. By question 9, it happened again, but this time it was followed by a sharp pain, as if those infernal hellions had orchestrated an attack upon my colon. I fought to contain the groan that tried escaping my lips. It was at this point I began to panic. Something was going horribly wrong, and I needed to get through this test before it got any worse. By question 14, my worst fear was upon me. The Satan bear's burning hot, liquidy dark magic crashed against my anal sphincter like a tidal wave. I was able to close the hatch just in time, but those relentless, toxic bears beat against it like orcs breaking down the doors of Helm's Deep. I knew I wouldn't be able to so much as shift in my seat without risking a breach. I kept fighting through my exam, clenching my cheeks with all my might. Beads of sweat began rolling down my neck. Suddenly, a loud, gurgling war cry came from my belly, and the entire class lifted their heads. At this point, nothing mattered except expelling this ungodly presence from my bowels. With 15 questions left, I promptly wrote C for every answer and ran out of the classroom. My professor yelled something, but I was too preoccupied with the volcanic eruption that needed to take place before I could find sweet, sweet relief. I burst into the restroom like the Kool-Aid Man, and behold, the handicap stall was empty. Sun rays from the adjacent window shone upon it as if it were a gift from God himself. It took me less than half a second to undo my belt buckle, pull down my pants, and finally relax my weary buttocks upon the toilet seat. It took absolutely no effort to expel this demon. Almost immediately, the floodgates of hell were opened, and the damned, liquefied souls of an entire bag's worth of gummy bears cried as they burned through my sphincter and into the watery abyss below. I had never felt such simultaneous relief and anguish in my life. After 30 more minutes of this, I immediately went home, dug a hole in my backyard, and burned the remaining bag of gummy bears. I leave with this. Do not, I repeat, do not eat these spawns of Satan. Not only did they cause me to fail my final test, but the anguish I experienced is something I wouldn't wish upon anyone, not even my worst enemy. The only place these godforsaken hellbears belong are buried deep below the Earth's surface. 24,753 people found this helpful.
So we've got this little sitting QE ferret right here. I'll throw up a picture of him. He's adorable. And this 1-star review for Ferret called Missing Ferret. I ordered this ferret and got an email saying that they were no longer in stock. Sad, but I was refunded, so there was no issue. Now I got an automatic email asking me to rate the ferret that never came. Well, I'm rating this 1 star, because this ferret is absent from my life. I didn't want the little one absent from my life. I had plans for this little sitter to join his walking brethren. They were going to go on grand adventures together, perhaps learn more about each other and themselves than ever before. Maybe they could have bonded and become a family. Maybe they could have triumphed against an ancient evil or uncovered riches previously unknown. Maybe they could have stayed home and played cards thanks to Pokerus being out of control. The potential for this ferret was limitless, but now will never be. All potential futures that will never come to pass is thanks to the absence of the ferret who can sit. Arceus Speed, little ferret. You will be missed.
Wow.
What makes it even better is that the Pokemon customer services responded to this. And they said, "We apologize for your recent experience. Please know that your feedback is greatly appreciated as it helps us to improve upon the experience of our fans." It took them. Not only did they reply, but they replied 15 days later after the review was posted. It was not immediate. It took them over 2 weeks to read that and go, man,
Just
we
hit
can
it with
improve
an
on
automated
this.
response.
We can
They
improve.
really hit him with the, damn, that's crazy. Anyway.
Anyway, that'll help. They waited
Yeah.
over 2 weeks to respond to that.
Thanks.
That's great.
Am I the asshole for having my boyfriend join me in my morning runs? My 24 female boyfriend, 26 male, and I have been dating for almost 2 years, and we moved in together on May 27th. I wanted to start this routine of running in the morning as a good way to get steps in. After a while, I thought it'd be more fun doing this with my boyfriend, as there are some mornings that I'm just not in the mood and I want to keep sleeping. So when I woke up one morning, I did wake up my boyfriend, which I guess was kind of rude, but he needs to run. And I told him that he should come with me.
Red flag.
He seemed pretty pissed and says he wants to sleep and that he'll do it at a later time. Although this is just his way of saying he won't do it. Whenever someone says they will do it later, 90% of the time, they don't even do it. I know this because I'm guilty of doing it myself. I told him to quit being lazy and to get some exercise with me. It's not gonna hurt him. This actually turned into an argument, but I still made him run with me. If you really think I'm the asshole here, I just want to ask you, is trying to get your boyfriend, who's slightly chubby, to get some exercise in the morning truly an asshole thing to do? So am I the asshole here?
Oh boy!
As someone who has gone on many runs before, running is the worst thing imaginable. And I gotta say, forcing someone to do that, not only forcing someone to, but waking them up.
It's the waking up without warning.
Yes, and then being like, look, you're a little chubby, you need a run, come with me.
I don't care that it's 4 a.m., fat ass. You gotta
Get your ass out of bed, quit eating Cheetos.
So this meme was actually sent to me by my grandmother.
Got a genuine boomer.
An actual boomer grandma Facebook.
Wow, alright, let's see it.
And I do want to preface right now, the form that I am currently sending it to you is exactly how I received it. I have not
No
altered
alterations,
this.
okay. Oh.
Yeah?
Oh no!
Yeah, that's not great.
And
That
this
is
was,
exactly as I received it.
this was sent to you genuinely?
Yes, by my grandmother.
Wow, okay.
That's a good start.
That's gonna be hard to top.
What I got is, mine was not sent directly to me. However, this came from my girlfriend's aunt, who is pushing boomer territory.
In internet terms, qualifies.
I feel like I've seen this character in several boomer memes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's...
Is that Comic Sans?
It is Comic Sans! Oh man, bonus points.
Bonus points for Comic Sans.
Oh man.
The font is touching the chair.
The font is touching the chair, implying that it was just added to this image.
Yeah, and it's red for whatever reason. She's too far over. She's
Uh-huh.
There's so much empty space on the
And
left.
it looks like... No, not quite, but it almost looks like the bowl is cropped a little on the left side. Like
Yeah,
that
I
it
see what you
doesn't
mean.
quite have all of the image. And maybe a bit of the hat, too.
whatever's next to her hip, the black square there. That looks like it was added in post. I don't know what that is.
Is it meant to be like a radio, or...?
I can't tell either.
It doesn't have headphones. Oh, no, you're right. Those are just earrings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
don't know.
don't
Wow. Welcome to How to Be Naked More Often While Living with Family. Yeah, this one's objective. There's no voting.
Yeah, there's no votes. It's just easy. So who wants to go first in saying their length?
Here's
I'll go.
how we'll do. Here's how we'll do this one. We'll
11
each.
hours.
Okay.
Holy shit, parenting an 18-year-old is terrifying and difficult. They can make decisions that are bad? And I can only say, dude, that is a very bad decision. 1 out of 10 do not recommend parenting a bitter young adult coming to the true realization about the horrors of capitalism. You could pick up another few shifts. I'd rather do stupid fucking thing than work 8 more hours a week with those idiots. Bro, bad news about adulthood. You could wait another month. I've waited 8 years. Again, horrible news for you about life, adulthood, and the increasing swiftness and enduring slowness of the inevitable passage of time. My dude, you are at a crossroads. You can either make a few small lifestyle changes now and get what you want a little later, or you can make an incredibly reckless decision now that will potentially impact the rest of your life. Yeah, I know. Okay, man. I also washed the 11-year-old's hair tonight. We're doing the curly girl lifestyle. The amount of emotional labor I've performed in the past 2 hours, holy fuck. How do I tell the 18-year-old that using me as a therapist and a crisis counselor isn't healthy for either of us? He has no consistently supportive adult voices in his life except ours. But I'm conscious of the femme labor paradigm. It's reinforcing that I'm the parent confidant. Since this blew up in a bad way, I welcome criticisms of my parenting. Gonna mute. Ride this out. Thank you, bye. Damn, getting a lot of death threats. Like a lot. Gonna go private until this blows over.
Imagine live tweeting parenting.
Exactly!
That really is the best response.
That started off as like, yeah, I guess it is really hard parenting an 18-year-old to, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah! It's like, yeah, you're going through one of the more challenging things, raising a young adult to, what are you talking about?
It's the fact that in all capital letters, the amount of emotional labor I've performed in the past 2 hours, which is trying to talk to your 18-year-old child and washing your 11-year-old's hair.
Washing
the amount of
emotional curly hair.
Like, oh my god, it's so much work.
Some people shouldn't have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine the kid getting to 18 and then the parent just like being sick of it. Like,
Right, there's no way that's a recent development. Hey, audience, don't send death threats to anyone. It's not worth it.
Please don't do that. That's not
Never
a good
the
thing.
right call. Alright, here's mine. Just go ahead and take that in.
I think the profile picture really brings it together.
Yeah! The fucking... Is that George? I think that's George, right?
It looks like George Not Found, yeah. Attack on Time.
Oh, man.
Come and claim super wonderful login rewards. Fragrant and fun RPG with
Fragrant?
girls.
Fragrant.
Fragrant is a great word for this.
Wow.
It is 4.8 stars.
That's
I'm assuming out of 5. I was not expecting.
astonishing.
I was about to click on it and I was like, is this gonna give me a virus?
You
For a
still
second,
feeling confident?
I mean, less so, certainly.
Хуч представляет охученные фрукты.
I don't know if we can show this.
I don't think we can.
Those wacky Russians and their gay fruits.
There's the quote.
Hello of Japan. I'm Pizza, president of Japan Pizza. Have you heard of me? Have you heard of Hatsune Miku? My amazing Hatsune Miku collab. Today, I'd like to announce a new Hatsune Miku featuring President of Domino's Pizza. Sauce Domino's ass featuring Japan. Here's you ass.
Am I having a stroke?
This is it.
We didn't do it, Squidward. Our hands are clean.
Well, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this thing.
SpongeBob, how long you gonna stay in your little fantasy world?
Great, let's go. Now I can finally give this anchor dropper a piece of my
Dinner.
That's probably because its good-for-nothing owner is great. Let's go.
Squidward, that ship has a spooky green glow
It's
around
not
it.
green. He found his super quick, but to be honest, it just made me feel like I was having a stroke the entire time. This one, it took you 4 minutes and 57 seconds to find, but those are some very vintage sounds. And also, it's actually safer to show on YouTube, meaning more people have probably seen it. I think I have to give this one to Wobble.
Yeah!
Oh, I already declared victory earlier, so I'll just...
Shit! You did!
Yeah. The fact that it was so much faster, this one took a while to find, and it has a lot more views, meaning you probably would have found it anyway. I gotta give it to Sandwich!
Yeah!
Damn. Alright, yeah, I guess that's fair. Thank you both for joining me. This was a
Of course, this was exciting.
If you at home would like to see a uncut 2-hour-long version of this video, check out the Patreon. We've been filming for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Actually, counting the intro stuff, it'll be more like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
As well as every episode of How Long Is This Podcast, and bloopers and other things from other videos. Go check out the Patreon. Sandwich, anything you want to plug?
No.